Hey y'all, and good morning. It is cold. It is in the 20s, and it's just going to get colder over the next few days. It's going to get really cold. Wind chill especially. I think Friday there's supposed to be like 20 to 30 mile per hour winds with a high that could be in the single digits. It's going to get cold around here. But I'm headed out this morning. I'm going to go get me a tea at this little local shop. I wanted one. And so that's what I'm going to go do this morning while Justin's still at home and can sit with the boys before he heads into work. I didn't have a Vlogmas video go up yesterday because I just couldn't make it happen. There's several people in our house that are sick. Wyatt especially is not feeling well. He could use some prayers. And y'all, I really need us all to get well before this baby is born, because the thought of us being sick and having a brand new baby, it scares me. So I really need us to get well. Poor Wyatt. I may even have to take him back to the doctor today. He was starting to seem a little bit better, but then now I think whatever he had going on has caused a sinus infection. And I mean, it's bothering him so much. It's got his eye all messed up, and bless his heart, he's pitiful. So I'm going to have to talk to the doctor today and see what they want to do about that, because I'm pretty sure he has a sinus infection now. Get a couple of clips from church because my plan was to vlog and then it just didn't happen. And I know y'all enjoy hearing some of Justin's messages, so I'm going to go ahead and include a little bit of that right here for you. We'll go back in time and take you to church. And I'll let you hear a little bit of that. Then I'll come back and catch up with you and hang out with you today.
That I can send to put in their place. I don't have anybody that I can take and set before them that will take the sacrifice. And Jesus said, I love them enough. Yes. And God said, you know what? I love them enough too. Thank you. And He took His Son and He sent Him to earth where He felt hunger, where He felt the elements, where He thirsted. He was tempted by the devil. He wept for His friend Lazarus. He felt lost. He felt pain. He felt uncomfort. He felt all these things. And if you think of where He come from, sitting beside the right hand of the Father, in a place that was perfection, sitting upon the Most High, leaving that to experience everything we did because He loved us.
Amen.
And then He went to a cross.
Yep.
Where the Romans thought, we're going to put these nails in His hands. We're going to put these nails in His feet. We're going to tie Him to that cross with these nails. And them nails ain't going to let Him get down. Them nails have no power over my Jesus.
Amen.
But love kept Him on that cross.
That's right.
He looked down way into the future. And He saw some little old country boy that would be sitting in the very back pew one day and feel a pull on his heart, and he had need a Savior. And he said, I got to stay here for Him because I love Him. I got to stay here for all of those who will hear that pull and will accept the call because I love them and they need me. Folks, that's a love that you don't know unless you know Jesus. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! You have a candy cane? Merry Christmas!
I thought I had to carry them all out and spilt one of the drinks on me. I got one for everybody, but coming out, I spilt it on me. Typical Tiffany, typical Tiffany. But I got my tea, and I got the car on, trying to warm back up. My goodness, y'all, I'm a mess. So we're back in real time now, and I am about to head back home. I think we'll do a little nesting today, a little baby prep. I have not gotten the bassinet out and together. One of y'all sent that to us. Thank you, Jeannie. But we're going to get that out and put it together today. I think I'm going to go through bottles and decide which ones I want to try to start out with and use and get those clean and sanitized and ready to go. What else do I need to do? Oh, I need to wash the like seat part of the car seat. That hasn't been done yet. So I think think that's what we'll do today. A little nesting and a little baby prep. I'm gonna walk out here and feed the chickens. We've changed up their feed a little bit with it being colder and them, colder, shorter days, them not laying as much. We've changed it up a little bit. I think I'm gonna also, tomorrow I've got to go to town for a doctor's appointment. I'll bring y'all along for that. That's the plan, at least. I think I'm gonna go get some cracked corn for them as well. Just trying to keep them warm, keep their body temperature warm with these really, really cold days we've got coming up. I know they'll be fine. They'll be fine. But I worry about them. I'm also going to get extra shavings and do some really thick shavings in their coop for them. Hello, hello. Instead of doing a layer feed, we've gone back to a higher protein starter. But then, like I said, I'm going to get some cracked corn to mix in with it to try to help keep them extra warm. I got to get y'all some more water. Y'all are gonna have to come with me. Come on. Back in. No eggs this morning. You need to go back in with your bunch. I got all of the car seat stuff washed up, wiped down. I just kind of have stuff propped up here right now, letting it air dry, and then we'll put everything back together, but it's clean. Trying to decide what I want to do next. If I want to go ahead and pull the bassinet out and work on that, or if I want to go through bottles and pump parts and get those things washed and sterilized. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get my pumps. I pulled out my new Amita pump and my Mom Cozy pump. And this is kind of just a silicone pump, like a Haka, if you've seen one of those before. I'm going to get those washed and sterilized and ready. And then as far as bottles, I'm going to do a couple things. I went through everything that I had. I have a lot of different kinds of bottles when we were trying to find something that Wyatt would take. So here's what I'm going to do. I've pulled these out. It's the Playtex that have the drop-ins. Those are really good for colic and gassy bellies and things like that. And so I know that I want to have these washed and ready. This one I tried with Wyatt. These have never been used. And then so that I have other options, I'm also going to wash up this Dr. Brown's and this Advent. It's never been used. It still has paper in there. It also has an anti-colic valve, just so there's a few options. And I have more. I have several different kinds of bottles in there that if these don't work, then we'll move on to them. I'm also going to go ahead and set up my bottle warmer. I've been leaving the air fryer out on the counter because we use it so much, but I may go ahead and slide it in a cabinet and put the bottle warmer here. We'll have to see. I'm going to rearrange some stuff because I want this to sit on the counter. I also pulled out a new bottle brush and our bottle drying rack so that once I get these washed and sterilized, I can put them on there to dry. I also charged the motor to this Mom Cozy pump so that it will be charged and ready since it's wireless. Actually, my other one is too. I guess I could go ahead and charge it. This bassinet was actually really easy to put together. There was just 4 screws. Everything else kind of snapped in place and went in place. It just folded out. That made me happy. It was pretty quick and easy. I mean, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And you can unzip this, and this will come down so you can push it up next to the bed. It'll be like a bedside sleeper. It has some storage down here in the bottom. You can flip these up and it will cradle and rock. So I feel like we had a pretty productive day. Bottles are washed and sterilized. Pump parts are washed and sterilized. Car seat is washed. I'm just letting it finish drying before we put it back together. We've got our little bedside bassinet here put together. There are a few more things to do. A bedside cart to put together. I'll probably work on that tomorrow. Just a few more things, but overall I'm pleased with what we got done today. We love you. We appreciate you. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.